saw Vipora on his YouTube channel trying out this Stridebreaker Ash build. I'm very interested in what it has to offer as far as like chasing, as far as like better positioning and like extra mobility for Ash. So I'm very much, as far as I can gauge, it's just like Blathering King first and then Stridebreaker with Berserker's Greaves or what have you. It doesn't seem to go like straight too deep beyond like anything else weird, like Runans and then presumably like Phantom Dancer. Yeah, I really like almost normal builds, but there's just something that like gives it a little bit of spice, a little bit of sizzle. It makes the way the champion played a whole different way. What are the stats that we actually get off Stridebreaker? I fail to remember. You know, attack speed, attack damage, health, and ability haste actually just totally is fine. The only thing that may not be great is like necessarily like the health, but even then, making ADC no die so much. Good. We're recording the algebraic we attempted Kale build last game, and obviously we're talking about like kids are dumb, right? And I don't think I've ever told this story on stream about when I was a kid, how I legitimately thought I came 3rd place in my school's sports day. I'll tell you what, before I tangent even once again, Sweet Home on Netflix is a bizarre one, right? So I get it. Like, it's a South Korean, like, drama about from a webtoon. But, you know the song Warriors from, like, League of Legends by Imagine Dragons? Here we are again out. Like that song? Yeah, you know, it makes a lot of sense that it was, like, a humongous hit in Korea. And to be fair, it is a banger of a track. But I don't know if it, like, charted in America and stuff. But, like, obviously, Koreans, like, are way more ingrained, like League of Legends is way more ingrained in that culture than like in America or what have you, right? So it makes sense that like that song could be potentially like a much bigger deal in Korea. But you know what the weird thing is, right? So I was watching Sweet Home, which is like the webtoon about the like basically a monster apocalypse, and like at the end of every single episode when something's about to happen, they play Warriors by Imagine Dragon. But the funny thing is, because like the song Warriors has like League of Legends soundtrack, like sound effects in it, so it has a part where it has like the walk-in noise. So I'm trying to take this freaking drama seriously, and it's like, here we are again now, walk-in noise. We are the Warriors, and they're doing something super serious, and I'm just like, it's League of Legends, man. It's just League of Legends. It's League of Legends all the way down. I can't stop it. Oh, that was spectacular, dude. That was just up. But yeah, onto the original tangent. So we're talking about like just kids being dumb. When I was like probably like 7 or 8, this is when I was starting to get into like athletics. But like that being said, I was a short kid. Every time I was in sports day, like I just lost. I was like a hardcore 3rd place gamer. We're not gamer, like what's the real equivalent of a gamer? An athlete. That's what I'm looking for. Because the kids are like way taller than me, dude, and like I you know, when you're short, when you're like 4 foot nothing, like, you know, people that are a bit taller are just gonna they're gonna run faster. I remember I came 3rd place. There was like a bit of competition between me and this other kid to come 3rd place, because 1st place was going to the tall guys in the class who were like able to run faster because they had big legs, right? Like stupid idiot legs. I managed to clutch out 3rd place when I was like 8 years old on one of my sports day, and I got a bronze chocolate medal. Because and I'm convinced to this day that the reason that I won it was because when I was running, I farted and I felt like it propelled me forward. And I know I'm gonna sound like crazy, and there's gonna be some physicists that crawl out of the woodwork and tell me that I'm wrong, but I bust a fat fart during that race, and I came 3rd, and I felt like it pushed me forward. Even as a child, man, my friends didn't believe that that's even possible. They're like, nope, not. Well, they're not like trying to disprove the theorem. They're just like, that's not true. And I'm like, I farted. And they're like, that's not what we're disputing. We're disputing your theorem that, you know, that somehow, you know, you projected gas out of your ass and moved forward as a result. Maybe in space, in a vacuum, maybe that's theoretically possible, right? But dude, to this day, I'm convinced. Maybe it was like the placebo effect, but with farting. Maybe because I farted and I thought I was gonna go further and run faster, I tried harder, you know? I don't know. What do we think? I've been starting to write down my tangents a little bit more, like my thoughts in my head, just to collect the absolutely disorganized mess that is my skull. And oh, nice one, bro. Oh my god. Dude, Karthus is absolutely popping. Not quite what we're after, but you know what? You know what? If it works, it works. Get away from me. Easy clap, dude. Yeah, I've been trying to like document and like pin down some of my old thoughts, and like I know once again, people are never ever gonna believe this story in a million years. I hit like a Jet Li movie style like pine cone. I'm dead. Kids are dumb, right? So what we used to do is we'd go to the forest next to our like primary school, and we'd just pick up pine cones and just throw them at each other, right? As hard as we possibly could. Kids, especially little boys, are completely and utterly stupid. Go to a forest, have pine cone war, and it was pretty serious. It's at the same level of like men digging holes or boys digging holes on beaches, which I've heard is actually incredibly dangerous, and don't do it. I don't think I could ever dig a hole again. And I'll explain why later. We used to like have like meetings just before we go out. There was teams, there was organizations. It was quite the little thing that we had going. There was factions. It was like, you know, we didn't have Minecraft back then, so like we had to make our own war, right? We had to make our own fun. Dude, I remember there was this big, stupid, not a nice guy that used to hardcore bully me in primary school. And he was on one of the enemy factions, right? I had it out for him, and to be honest, he had it out for me for whatever reason, but you know what, whatever, dude. And I remember throwing a pine cone at him, but like I whiffed it really, really badly. Like I whiffed it like harder than I've ever, and you know what, man? It was like one of the most dense pine cones I've ever thrown in my freaking life. It was dense. It was built to do damage, man. It was like a shrapnel grenade. I was like a Call of Duty NPC. And I threw it and it hit a tree. But then he went to look when I threw it, and it hit the tree and it bounced and smashed him right between his goggles, dude. and then he was not happy and he wanted to throw down, and I was like, I don't want to throw down because I'm small and weak, but you know, it was good times. That was like one of the few like giving the bully a payback kind of vibe that I've ever had in my entire life. When I was small, I used to justify that being small was good because you could hide inside bins if people were trying to hit you. I never hid inside a bin or like a trash can, but the thought process was there for sure. Oh, what? This bully's chasing me? I'll run down an alleyway and hide inside a bin. One time, like, we were throwing snowballs and then the police came and they tried to climb up the hill, but they had like dress shoes on. Which is like probably, well, like, you look smart, but like you're not. That's not an all-terrain type of footwear. And they started sliding down the hill, and you're a kid and you're dumb, right? So we start throwing snowballs at the police. It was very bad. And like, what are they gonna do? They can't. They got catches. They're never gonna catch us. But yeah. In retrospect, very not nice, disrespectful thing to do, but also, hey man, they're trying to book us, man. Send them, send it. Yeah, I didn't even need. Dude, they got a lot of vision here, dude. What the hell? But why won't I dig? Why won't you dig in the sand? So like, I've seen some stuff like rumbling on Twitter about like the phenomenon of just guys. Whenever you dig a hole on a beach, men will come to help dig hole, and I was like, you know what? I agree. Like, digging a hole is an ancient tradition of just being a guy, being a dude, right? But then somebody was like, I would never allow my kids to go near a hole on a beach, or like dig a hole on a beach because of like like sand trap thing. I don't know necessarily what you'd call it, bro. Oh, the fear. Yeah, so I was like, wait, what's this guy talking about? He was like, oh yeah, someone died from a cave-in like on near me, and I've never let my kid near it. And I was like, I don't need to terrify anybody here, but like, it's like I started reading articles, which was the worst thing I could ever possibly do, because I've dug holes and all this kind of stuff, and apparently like regular fine sand that hasn't been like hit by the waves is like little tiny marbles, and there's plenty of people that have like dug a hole, and then what's happened is there's been like a collapse that comes in but you're like kind of like buried, and it's weird. Yeah, like you can dig a hole, but don't dig it too deep, guys. Don't dig a hole too deep. Definitely not the kind of thing that you want to be reading if you're it's like 2 a.m. and you're alone with your thoughts for any longer than 15 seconds. I still think, oh, it's a wise age-old tradition of men to just dig holes, but also be careful. Be careful, everybody. You know what? Maybe it isn't a you thing, but that being said, like there isn't really much to do in Scotland apart from if you're at the beach, apart from like do drugs and or alcohol or drink alcohol for the most part, or get in fights about football. That's pretty much as far as it goes on Scottish beaches. We don't get a lot of time to go out to them because like the weather is absolutely horrendous. So it's like football hooliganism, alcoholism, or hole. And I think digging the hole is probably the lesser of the evils there. Rutrow. Not Rutrow. Why there's so many fights in Scotland? Dude, there's like nothing to do. Like straight up, very little to do. Beyond that, I don't get in fights. But I've been like on a night out on the town. I'm ready to paint the town red. And then a man in his like mid like 50s approaches me and asks me what the heck I'm staring at. What the heck are you looking at? And I am in a completely different planet from him. And if I accidentally did look at him, then it was absolutely most certainly not on purpose. Oh, yeah. Dude, I don't know how I'm taking all the pelters here, and I'm like, bro, come on. What if you don't like fighting? I don't like fighting. I've gotten by, but it's mostly like alone time acts like video games. That's pretty much how you get by in Scotland. I wouldn't call myself like a pure patriot. I think it has its issues, but like, I like my country. I like being Scottish. My friend, his girlfriend is Korean. Like Koreans, like they just like they don't know much about Scotland, and like why would they? Like they're not like they don't get much like what's the word I'm looking for? Exposure to Scottish people. But he sends her all of the ridiculous Scottish people Twitter videos like regularly, and she is convinced that like all Scottish people are maniacs because of the videos that he sends her. By population density, we probably have like the most mad stuff come out of our country. Like Russia's up there, but like they have 100 times our population, right? Or whatever. We have like 5 million people. I don't know what Russia's population is. Probably like 200 million or something, 300 million. But for the density of our country, we do have a solid amount of, yeah. Scotland is like the Florida of the EU, I'd say, probably. Oh wait, we're not in the EU anymore. In Europe. Dude, can you try and get ability on thingy? Because you know what? You know, missed it on purpose. Didn't even get the assist, but we got it. I'm just sick of you. I'm sick of you! Stop trying to only cue me, you peanut brain. Okay, that actually just killed Cassiopeia straight out. Roger that. Wow, okay. And they surrendered. Woohoo! You went for me! Like, grow up, dude, yeah? Grow up, grow up. To give some backstory to this tangent, right? Basically, Maisie and I are waiting to get our bedroom painted, so we're sleeping on a bed in the living room. But it's like right in front of a window. So like when in the morning, the sun is like, you know, like that video of that really jacked guy walking out of McDonald's and like smacking the like fries out of the guy's hand? That's what the sun does to me in the morning. So I bought a face mask for Maisie, and I actually am embarrassed to say this was an anniversary present as well. So I'm gonna just put it on, and she is absolutely, she does not like it. And you know what? When I put it on, you'll see why. So hold on 1 second. Let me just. Yeah. So it's this. But I think the worst thing about this is, and this was a mistake to purchase, is because you can do this as well. So yeah, she hates this, and I have worn it, but I can't imagine what it must look like if you wake up to this in the middle of the night. Pretty terrifying as far as it goes. £5, really terribly spent. So, nevertheless. Oh, I got her more than that. Hey, listen. I got her more than that, okay? I did not just spend $5 on a Pepe face mask and call it a day. Okay. I also got her that, which is much better.
He's so jockey.
Did not just spend a fiver. It's like, we've been together 5 years. That's £1 for every year. Bro. Imagine. Literally, they get level 2 first and then they still get piped. Oh, you'll love to see it. You'll love to see it. You'll love to see it, dude. You're good, right? I cancelled auto. Oh, he put himself in. Oh, he always put himself in the dog. Get out of here. It's like heat like this. It makes me realize just how like bad I would be. Like, if I actually lived in a hot. I mean, I guess like you climatize yourself, right? But like, when I used to play like football with my friends, like at the pitches on a hot day, I would like, I'd sit down to like take a break and then I'd just fall asleep. Like my brain goes into like Windows shutdown, like safe mode, whenever too much heat is directly applied to my cranium. I don't know if it's gonna be like a good thing or a bad thing for the tangents. I'm like, dude, I'm gonna make less and less sense the hotter it gets throughout the course of the next coming months. I'm bold and I'm brave. How can you possibly play League if you don't know Jack's favorite food is eggs? That, like, Jax's favorite food be eggs is such like a dumb comp. Like, what? Like, it doesn't tell me anything, right? Like, about him. Like, what do you mean? Like, does he eat raw eggs? Does he like them fried? Does he like them Benedict? Does he like them poached? Does he like them, like, hard-boiled? Soft-boiled? Does he like getting mayonnaise for him? Like, what do you mean? Eggs is like the least, like, it's the building block of so many foods. You can't just be like, oh, he just likes eggs. Like, okay, I like dairy. That could mean cheese, milk, you know, yogurt for the Americans. It could mean like whatever, right? It doesn't mean anything. Is he just pulling a Rocky where he just eats raw egg? Or is he like, is it like Japanese where they have like actual eggs that you can't eat raw and you put it on rice? Like, what do you mean? Jax, grow up, yeah? Like, it's really not that hard. Just grow up. I've had enough, yeah? You're actually a little chunky monkey from Funky Town? Boom. I'm not being unreasonable here, am I? That's such a non-war fact for the loading screen. He likes, his favorite food is eggs. Yeah, okay, dude. I love flour, man. Like, I love flour. Anything with, yeah. My favorite food, dude. What do you ask me if it's made into patisseries? Is it made into bread? Is it made into, like, you know, cake? No, just freaking flour, dude. Patisseries? Is that wrong? Yeah, I'm right? Like, a patisserie is like a cake shop, right? Or like, just, I mean, I used it in like, just to describe like pastries. I don't know. Are you all incredibly impressed at me using a big word? Patisserie is like a cake shop. I'm sorry, you uncultured swines. Okay? Sorry, I'm busy doing smart guy stuff right now. I'm ready to go. You're good. I tried to heal you and I healed freaking Veigar. Let's pretend we didn't see that. I'm very impressed. I did an impressive thing by knowing a word. I don't think I'm that dumb. Apart from all the times I tell you about when I used to be dumb. But like, we have to make sure that we're like, it's past tense. I think like, yeah, there's quite a few. Oh jeez, Louise, Papa Cheese. You know what? Possibly decent for Veigar though. Big W, boom, clapped. And that's a dead Moo for sure. This is looking very Minkos right now. I don't like how Minkos this is looking. Oh my god. I get ultimated by Nautilus. Oh my god, bro. I'm swagging, bro. You're not killing him, dude. I'm killing you. Dodge that. Pop chat. Beat them in, beat them in. Miss my word, miss my word. Did he even seriously run away? Did he see Veigar or something? Ooh. Oh no, he's leaving me. He's leaving me. Oh, I'm dead. I'm so dead. Oh, Veigar, you're a... Send it, dude! Right there, baby. Right there. Right there. Yavla! Steal it. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Get that crying little nerd. Sorry. Or don't. I've left for an 1/8 of a second, so I'm assuming we're fighting right now. Oh, we're close. We're close. You know what, Nautilus? I really don't like you, mate. I'll be honest with you. Veigar! Your cage was pogged. They surrendered, dude. Come on, mate. I'm really trying to get through this build, but they just keep on surrendering. Yo! Everybody played a freaking solid game. The actual difference it makes when you're not like getting swarmed by like a Left 4 Dead style game of Shaco coming at you on multiple angles. Casting was a little bit spooky, but it wasn't that good, so it wasn't too bad.